hole. This window's intact. Let's go around back and let's see if there's any exit holes. It's pretty chilly out here. Right now it's only about 33 degrees. Yeah, her stating that I was squatting, she doesn't know what she's talking about. We've been in negotiations with the finance company, the property owners, and I had asked him, I said, hey, once the property and stuff was sold, if they was interested in selling the property to me, not the double wide. I wasn't interested in double wide. Don't want the double wide. I can't afford the double wide. More home than I can take care of. My little tiny home is more than enough. That's all I can, that's all I want to take care of. But yeah, we'd been in negotiations with them to buy the property. He said he'd give me first dibs when they finally price it. He gave me a price and we bought it. I had asked him if he wanted me to get off the property prior to that. He said, no, you're fine. Just stay right where you're at. We'll work it out. I'm like, okay, that's great. So with her saying that I was squatting, she doesn't know what she's talking about. The sun is now hitting this side, so we should have a pretty good view to see if there's any exit holes. So if I was shooting, there's no holes on this wall, which there's holes on the opposite. If it was a bullet going at high speed, it would have enough to penetrate through because it's just an open house. There's no furniture or anything inside. This window's fully intact, nothing broken. Here's some more siding. No holes. Here's the double door, sliding door on the back. All the glass is intact, no holes. Here's the vinyl siding between the sliding door and the house door on the rear. There are no holes, no bullet holes. Here's the rear door. The 9 pane, the windows are intact. No busted windows, no bullet holes in the door. And the siding from the door to the end, which finishes the full run of the back, there are no exit holes. There is a screw hole here. Not a bullet hole. There's another screw hole there. Not a bullet hole. There are no bullet holes on the other side. There's no bullet holes on the front side. So, no holes at all. Well, we might as well walk down this wall. Let's see, here's that window, an end window for the master bathroom. Intact. No holes. No holes below the window. Let's see here on this wall. No, there's no holes on the wall. Same deal here. No holes. There are no bullet holes in this home. Never have been any bullet holes in this home. I did not shoot this bullet. I did not shoot this home. Her stating that I was shooting this home is a complete and utter lie. Fabrication. Trying to be misleading, trying to mislead the court, trying to mislead the prosecutors, trying to mislead whoever, trying to make herself look like she is the victim. Well, I'm the victim here of her harassment, of her calling the cops when I did not shoot the gun that day. The only thing I had in my hand that day was a shovel. And she swatted me. That's the term for it when somebody calls the cops that there's an emergency. She swatted me. I never... 2 weeks prior to that, she stopped here at my home and assaulted me. So, it didn't happen. Never happened. You know, this is the look back at my place this direction from the south. And you can see, and we're going to look back down the road. My car sitting in the driveway. Well, you tell me that you can see someone holding a black pistol, and that's not even 700 yards. She said I shot at her at 700 yards. Well, 700 yards would put it up to the farm up the road. No. Didn't happen, never happened. I never shot at her. No. I'm going to give you another angle of the ditch line from where the cops were standing in the road looking for bullet casings. I didn't shoot, so there's no bullet casings. So, sun's in my eyes here. I can't see the camera. There, it's down the road. If I had shot my gun from here, would I have been standing behind a bush? No. There's no bushes growing in the middle of the road. So, and I wasn't up in the trees, up in the tree line. The private property, I don't go over there. That belongs to, what is it, Lenora Miller? Thacker doesn't own the property, my property line comes right through here, and I'm going to pan up the holler to the west. What you see belongs to Helen Miller, or Lenora Miller. It's private property. I don't go over on the private property. It borders on the back side, borders on the north side. Across the road is Wayne National Forest. And down just a little piece on this side over here is Pancake. I think it's his name. He's a township trustee. His wife drives school bus. So, as far as that's concerned, yeah, I don't see, her statements are a complete lie. Didn't happen, it never happened. It's all misleading. It's a complete lie, complete fabrication. She will do anything to get her way, in my opinion. So, if you want to believe me, choose to believe me or not, that's up to you. I'm not a liar. When the cops assaulted me, I told them that I had back problems, that I had shoulder problems. He's trying to jerk my arm back behind my back. I've got frozen shoulder. It won't go. It wouldn't go. It couldn't go. The shoulder is locked up. And he's saying that I'm resisting arrest. No, I wasn't resisting arrest, and I told him I had problems. And he escalated the whole situation where I couldn't comply with what I was frozen. Until he body slammed me onto my porch, I I was frozen. Once he come up the ramp, I was frozen. I don't remember saying anything. All I done was I had my hand on the 4x4 post. That's it. I don't remember him ordering me to give him my right arm. He never went for my left arm, which is the one I had a hold of the porch. But I don't remember until he body slammed me. I know he tased me twice while we were standing. He lost his temper, become super aggressive. I was innocent. I'd never shot at anyone. I was so taken aback by what they were saying is I didn't know what to think. Then he body slammed me on the porch, and that's when I woke back up. And that's how I know and where they tampered with the video. Because what I said and what he done with me laying on the porch, from that point to where you hear him slam me to the porch, and I'm screaming, that whole section right there has been cut out. Because he tased me 3 times while I was laying on the porch, and I kept explaining to him, I've got frozen shoulder, it won't go. Well, he kept ordering me, and then he started tasing me. He kept telling me to relax. I'm going like, it won't go. And he's pulling on my arm, pulling on my shoulder, it won't go. Well, he ended up tasing me 3 times. And out of that 3 times, between my center finger and what would be the ring finger, he was burning the living daylights out of me. I could feel that electricity just going through there. It still hurts today, even from then. And, and he tased me 3 times until he took his knee, pinned my right arm, or my left arm, which I freely gave him. No problem. I said, be careful. I had surgery on it. I freely gave him my left arm. Once we hit the deck of my porch and I'd snapped out of it, I freely gave him my left arm. He put his knee to pin my left arm down, took both of his arms, his hands, grabbed a hold of my right arm and just ripped it behind my back. And I hear popping and snapping and crackling, and it was just instant, oh my God, pain. And he left me laying on the porch, screaming. And that's all I could do, was scream, because I was in so much pain. And then when he went to pick me up, he picked me up by the right shoulder, and I couldn't hardly even stand up when he done that. And they kind of dragged me down my porch, which, because of my disability, in lieu of steps, I constructed a ramp system with the shingles and those board squares. It acts like steps. They're smaller steps. They're not a full inch step, but it's really easy for me to walk up. And of course, you can see the handrail. I use the handrail going in and out, always. I lose my balance and I fall off. There's a 3-foot drop right there. I can severely hurt myself, and it can happen. And it has happened. I've fell before. I know what it's like to fail. I know how bad it hurts. It's like when he body slammed me onto my porch. Oh, you wouldn't believe the pain. So, but that's it. I know the cops tampered with the trail camera. They said that I had tampered with evidence, which I didn't. The trail camera had been pointed up the road, and I had turned it to where it was pointing straight across the road looking at the house, because you could fully catch that walnut tree. That walnut tree right there. That walnut tree was in full vision. Mailbox was in full vision. I've got images that show me carrying shovelfuls of dirt over there to where the flowers are, the black-eyed Susans. When they come in, the pictures, the camera actually catches the cop walking up to the trail camera and turning it so it's looking up the road. You see that octagon or hexagon that's in that porch? Well, originally, when that trail camera was there, that hexagon, octagon was fully visible. And then when they turned it, it would just barely, they moved it to make a better shot for themselves. And when they took a picture of the trail camera is pointing up the road where I was standing in the middle of the road shooting at a bush, or shooting from a bush, where she's seen me hiding out of the corner of her eye. No. So this is to give you a perspective of her lies. So there's no tree line. There's a tree line up there, up on the hill. There's no real bushes. There's no bushes to hide behind. What she said, I was hiding behind a bush. And it just, it didn't happen. It's a complete and utter fabrication lie. As you can see, that's the view down the road. Didn't happen. That's my story. Y'all put somebody in jail that's innocent. She swatted me. Y'all believe it 100%. So, didn't do it. Didn't happen. I didn't even shoot my handgun that day. My handgun was in its holster, just inside the door. It'd been there all day. No problems. It's really a complete lie, complete fabrication. So anyhow, that's my story. This is proof that Jessica Thacker is lying. She's a liar. That's it.